We found that physical activity intervention, any physical activity intervention, exercise, walking, swimming, any type of physical activity intervention is the best intervention to decrease frailty in older adults. And that followed by physical activity and nutrition. So physical activity is one of the best intervention and a component of the second best intervention to decrease frailty in older adults. Older adults doesn't have, like most of older adults don't have the culture of exercising every day or having exercise as their priority. But I think like showing the evidence now in the literature that it should be one of the first priority for older adults as a patient or older adults people, and also for the healthcare provider. So it should be also recommended by the healthcare provider, because we know that if the healthcare provider advised or prescribed exercise for patients, they will be more adherent to it and they will be more likely to follow the exercise protocol. Well, there is different way to try to increase the adherence to exercise. First, if you give the participant tracking device, they're more likely to adhere to it. As I said, like if it comes from the healthcare provider, that will increase their adherence. And there's also other exercise barriers that we found in our other studies. Like sometimes older adults say they don't have time, they don't have the equipment. Sometimes also finances is a big barrier, so they don't have the money to actually do it, which is like, I think if it's subsidized or if it's supported by a body like a government or a city, that would be very helpful in terms of improving their health in general, and also decrease the healthcare spending on the long term. Well, now that's actually the first presentation I did about my systematic review. I'm probably going to present another part of this study in the World Congress of Osteoporosis. So it's pretty much the same design, but not on frailty outcome, on physical functional outcome. So we'll see how, like these intervention, how they're improving knee strength, grip strength, how they improve walking distance or balance outcome. We're also going to be published this work in a scientific journal, and we're hoping to try to again convince the healthcare provider and the older adults in general to exercise more, because the evidence now, or the best evidence now, says that exercise is the best medicine, or exercise is really the best intervention to decrease frailty. Most of the people in my study were like about between 75 and 85. Most of them were female, and their BMI, most of them were between 25 and 30, which is pretty consistent with the general population, like the general population of older adults in other study or other frailty study. So it's good that means we really pick the population that we need to include in our study. So that's kind of increase the credibility and the validity of the results.